Hey geocachers, what is up? It's been a long time and I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while, but there's been good reason. I've still kept my geocaching streak alive. I've still been geocaching. Nothing too terribly exciting. Just kind of get an easy find, keep the streak going. I've actually been super busy and I've been on the podcast a few times. I still look forward to posting more videos on my YouTube channel. The biggest reason is I'm finally checking something off my bucket list, and that is running a marathon. Now, I love running. I used to do a lot of running in high school and college. I ran several half marathons. I used to do really well. My fastest half marathon was a 1:21, which for 13 miles is about little over 6 minutes per mile, and I really enjoyed doing that. But after college, life kind of starts going. It gets a little busier for various reasons. You start your job, you start your career. I got into geocaching just because of a mix of things. I didn't do all the running I used to love doing, and a marathon was always on my bucket list, and I always just assumed once I was done with high school and college sports that I would just kind of pick it up and start running my marathon, maybe a bunch of marathons right after school, and I just never ended up doing that. And so I've been training the last few months. Training hasn't gone as well as I'd hoped, but it's gone well enough that tomorrow morning when I run my first marathon, that'll also be part of this video, I feel comfortable and confident that I'm finally gonna finish one. Time won't be anything spectacular. I'm just looking to finish, and I'm actually running with my roommate Alex, who's been doing a great job of training, and I'm really excited because it's his first marathon too, and his journey's been even more difficult than mine has. So I'm really excited to see what we can do. I'm really excited to finish. I'm also excited because I hear that some of the locals geocachers here are not only going to come and cheer me on, but they might be publishing a geocache or two during the marathon. And I told them if a geocache goes live and it's close enough to the course, I'm gonna go and find it. So I'm pretty excited, and I hope in this video we get to see that. A few other things, most of you know that follow the podcast, follow my social media, watch the YouTube videos. I also got engaged, and Maggie and I have been doing a lot of planning for our wedding that's coming up, working with our families and kind of getting everything figured out, and that takes a bunch of time too. The last thing that's taken away from me doing all these videos and doing a bunch of geocaching related posts and Instagram is I've actually been working on something called the Fix Fizzy grid. It's a geocaching grid that I've put out that has 81 geocaches that all are different DTs, and I'm really excited to get this thing put live. It should be finished. All of the caches will be live and everything in a couple of weeks here. I'm gonna have a kickoff event in Sioux Falls, so if you're close enough, come and come and join us. It's 81, it's every DT combination. I'm really excited. It has taken me way too long to do it. It's been about 3 years, and so when it's done, it'll be just a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Geo arts are not my thing, at least not ones where you have to do individual, very difficult cache pages for each one, because you're making unique puzzles and difficult puzzles at that. So it was a fun process, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to finding things, solving really hard puzzles, just doing a bunch of fun geocaching again. I'm pretty excited for that. So, marathon, Fix Fizzy, marriage, all those things have been taking a bunch of time. I'm really excited to just kind of get through a bunch of these. We're finally ahead on a bunch of wedding stuff, so I look forward to getting back to doing more geocaching, making more videos for you, posting some. Oh, the other announcement, completely almost forgot. Okay. I am now officially a geocaching influencer. I'm part of the Geocaching headquarters influencer program, which means that they've sent me a few trackables, they send me some swag, and I get to actually work with Geocaching HQ to put out posts and put out things on social media that really show off this awesome sport that we do and get to, you know, get the giveaways for you guys, get to do just a bunch of cool things, or give out local things in the area here for other geocachers, and it's just so much fun. I'm so glad to be working with them. Brian Roth, I got to meet him at the Giga event, and he was just such a cool guy. I got to meet so many of the lackeys there and just other people that are connected to GCHQ, and I love the direction they're going. I think it's important that they get some you know, some of the influencers and also some of the younger influencers. Let's get some youth in this game that are excited about this. They can do a bunch of cool things with social media that can hopefully grow our game for the better, and continue to grow the social media aspect where people can share all these cool caches, because geocaching is such a fun social media game, because there's so many cool geocaches out there that without social media you'd never know about. So the sun's going down. I'm gonna finish this walk, get a few things done, head to bed, wake up at 5 in the morning to go do this marathon. I'm hoping, because I did a little research on this, and I think, as far as I know, Josh, the geocaching vlogger, is the only one to find a geocache while running a marathon. So I'm really excited to hopefully join that exclusive list. And also, you know, I'm all about the numbers. I mean, he set a pretty good time, and it's pretty impressive. But I am a former runner, and so I am a little competitive. So if I could maybe beat his time, maybe the thing for 2019, I could challenge a few of our more fit geocachers that love doing athletics or things outside of geocaching. Maybe set a mark that other people could pursue. And I just looked it up, and I believe he finished his in 4 hours and 39 minutes, which is a pretty quick pace. If I'm doing mental math, I'm on a walk right now. Like, that's faster than 10 minutes a mile, which is pretty darn good. And I also looked up, because I know Geocaching Katie ran the Atlanta one, which looked like a super fun race to run. So I might have to get down there and at least run a half marathon there at some point. And I think her time was slightly faster, but she also mentioned in her video, she said, like, don't look at my time, so I won't mention it here. I know what it is, but I don't think she found a geocache on that race as far as I could tell. So, but either way, kudos to her and Josh and any of you geocachers that are also marathoners. So shout out to you. I have a few goal times in mind, and hopefully I reach it. 2.5 miles in, doing all right. Just coming into downtown Sioux Falls. Beautiful sunrise.
Oh yeah.
Perfect timing.
Good job. Go, Zach, go! Up there, good job. Way to go, Zach.
Looks like FTF.
Oh yeah.
Marathon FTF, there we go. Oh, gotta put it back in the straw thingy. I'm ahead of pace, so hopefully I can keep going. Oh, an FTF prize too.
FDF prize. Way to go.
Thank you.
Good job. Way to go.
Well, it ain't going quite as planned. I had an IT band issue at about mile 12, and so I decided I just needed to finish. So I'm hobbling to the finish line. Disappointed, but I'm not gonna let it stop me from finishing. Got my geocache. I was fine up past the geocache. I think I get FTF on it too. So it's cool. They have us running literally through softball games now. And I don't know, trying to keep my spirits high. Kind of bummed about everything, but you know, it's how it goes. And I'll learn from this, work on my IT band, and get into the next race.
What are you gonna do now?
Go watch some football. Alright, so there you have it. I got an FTF while running a marathon. It was a lot of fun. I was happy that I finished. That crossed something that was on my bucket list off of it. And it also left me wanting more. Since I had the IT band issue, literally what happened is my knee locked up. My muscles were fine, my joints were fine, I was breathing well, I wasn't sweating too much. Like, honestly, I think I would have finished the marathon just fine with pretty decent time. I was shooting for sub 4 hours, and before the issue, I was running, about 3:45, 3:50. And I was pretty happy with that pace and feeling really comfortable, chatting with a bunch of people, and just kept on rolling. But, unfortunately had an issue that literally it just wouldn't let my leg turn over in a running motion. I could only walk, and so I walked for 7, 8, 9 miles, and then eventually I just started running like a hobble run, and it wasn't going very well. So I regrouped, I finished, but Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, will still hold, as far as I know, the marathon geocaching record. His time was 4:37, 4:39, something like that, and mine ended up being 4:48. But Josh, I'm coming for you. But after finishing, kudos to him for finishing. I know he does a lot of running and biking, but I don't know if he necessarily did in high school and college. Whereas I'm actually a runner, and so I'm trying to get back into running shape to that level. But you get the record for another day, man. Anyways, the only other things that are new, we're working, Maggie and I are working on a bunch of stuff with our engagement, getting a lot of wedding planning done. This marathon took up a ton of training while also keeping my streak alive with geocaching and all that stuff, work, life, things get in the way. That's why I haven't been vlogging as much. But I have kept my streak alive. I'm over 700 days now, and then I also just finished hiding an entire fizzy grid of puzzle caches southwest of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So come on over, come get them on a weekend, come say hi. I'd love to see you guys, love to see you figure those out. 81 different puzzles that you can figure out, and then when you got all the coordinates, put them on a list and come over here and get them in a weekend. So that's been a 2-year project for me, and I needed to buckle down, get it done, and so now I have that out of my way, and I don't have any big huge geocaching feats planned, and so hopefully I can do some more of these videos, and hopefully I can continue my training for the marathon, and who knows, maybe this time next year I'll be doing a new geocaching marathon world record video. But until then, Joshua still has it, and he'll have it until I get my lazy butt off the couch and go and do this. So that's it for this vlog. Thanks for watching. I miss all you. Love seeing your stuff in the comments, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys soon. Otherwise, you can catch me on the Geocache Talk podcast. We'll see you at the next cache.